next thing is, what are all the principles of a microservice? Okay, so a microservice should isolate the failure. We already talked about that. By implementing microservice, I'm able to isolate the failure. So if one particular service impacted, only that service is impacted. It is not going to impact the other service. Okay. And next is, it should be highly observable. That means I should be able to track all the logs of it. If there is any audit log, I should be able to read it. Okay. I should be able to measure the parameters, application performance parameters, all those things I should be able to get it from the service to ensure that my application is running fine. That is called highly observable. Okay. And then the the microservice should be modeled around the business domain, not on the technical domain, which I already explained. And it should use the culture of automation. When I develop application, okay, the deployment of the application or testing of the application, or if I want to do upgrade of the application, all these things should be automated. Okay. And it should hide the implementation details. That means when the end user is consuming the service, they should know only the endpoint URL and the method which I am going to call the service. What is happening inside, whether it is developed on Python or whether it is developed on Java, nothing. Okay. So most of the microservices will be developed with the REST method. It will open up a REST API. You will just communicate to the API, REST API via a REST method, and you get the response. So it should not reveal any of the implementation details. Okay. And then it should decentralize everything. Okay. Like for example, in the e-commerce example, coming back to the e-commerce example, when I place an order management, it should the order management should not take care of everything. Okay. There should be a separate service which will be taking care of the payment. There should be a separate service which will be taking care of the shipping information. There should be a separate service which will be taking care of the inventory details. Okay. So you should decentralize all the things. Okay. And then you should deploy them independently. Okay. So if order management should not be dependent on any other service, it should be able to process the or it should be able to host the order management service separately. So these are all the principles of microservices.